That's not confidence you're hearing. That's someone watching a train wreck in slow motion. Because at midnight on January 10th, 2025, the WNBA collective bargaining agreement officially expired. With no deal in place, 24 months of negotiations, and they couldn't get it done. Now, we're staring down a potential work stoppage that could cancel the entire 2026 season. And based on what the Players Union just released, this is about to get ugly.
It was just, it was one injury, and then it was like a little better, and then it kind of continued to compound and get worse, and, other things pop up, and then I had the ankle injury, so it feels nice.
Let's break down exactly what that statement is saying, because the language here matters. The Players Association didn't just express disappointment. They deployed an inflatable rat outside the NBA store in New York. That's a universal symbol of labor protests, typically used when unions believe management is acting in bad faith. They're accusing the league of deliberately running out the clock, of refusing to negotiate seriously, and of undervaluing player contributions. This isn't posturing. This is a declaration of war.
Well, Coach, you got out to such a hot start. How did they start to come back? What are you wary of right now?
Well, their defense is so good. They're all over our ball handlers, and really, it's a physical game, and we've got to be able to withstand that physical play.
Some of that physical plays in the post. How do you get Monica more touches?
I think we're doing a pretty good job on Holmes, though. Doing a good job with that. Caitlin has done a good job for us. It's going to be a heck of a second half for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Al.
Here's what makes this situation unprecedented. All but two of the league's veterans are free agents this offseason. Free agency was supposed to start January 11th and run through early February. That's when teams rebuild, when star players get extensions, when the entire league reshapes itself for the next season. None of that is happening right now. There's no framework for contracts. There's no salary structure. Teams can technically extend qualifying offers and core designations under the expired agreement, but players aren't signing anything, while a new CBA with massive salary increases is still being negotiated.
Jackson, who was the executive director of the WNBA, which, by the way, you guys, I didn't realize that Terry Jackson is related to Jaren Jackson, who was an NBA player. I just found that out recently. So she's clearly been in the basketball world for a while, but she did an interview with CNBC, and I wanted to share with you guys some of her comments about the state of the current negotiations. She said, "We're a little frustrated with where we are right now, but we are holding to our principles. We're staying open to the fact that these negotiations will continue because they must. Will be at."
And it's not just free agency that's frozen. The WNBA draft is scheduled for April. College players who've been preparing for this moment their entire lives are now in limbo. Do they declare? Do they wait? What happens if there's no season to draft into? The league has told team front offices to prepare for business as usual under the expired agreement, but that's a status quo nobody wants. The players have made it clear they're not accepting the old terms. So we're in this bizarre holding pattern where the league exists on paper but can't actually function
anymore. They're just trying to figure out how the hell to stop her. It's not hazing. It's, all right, traps, pressure. So the Fever saw it coming. They went and got Sophie Cunningham. Bulls did with Charles Oakley to protect Michael Jordan.
The college pop.
This is what the Bulls.
W now here's where the numbers get interesting. The league's last proposal included a maximum salary of $1.3 million with potential growth to $2 million over the life of the deal. That sounds significant until you look at what the players are demanding. They want 70% of net revenue sharing, not gross revenue. Net revenue, that's the fundamental disconnect. The players believe the league is profitable and hiding the real numbers. The league maintains they're still losing money and being subsidized by the NBA. Somebody's math doesn't add up. Let's talk about what 70% revenue sharing actually means, because this is where it gets complicated. In the NBA, players receive roughly 50% of Basketball-related income. That's the standard across major professional sports. The WNBA players are asking for 70% of net revenue, which on the surface sounds like they're asking for more than NBA players. But here's the catch. Net revenue is what's left after expenses. If the league's expense structure is bloated or inefficient, that 70% could actually be worth less than 50% of gross revenue. The players are essentially saying they don't trust the league's accounting.